What's going on, YouTube? My name is Abel Valenzuela. If you're seeing this, you probably clicked on it thinking that you need this. And right now, I can give you all of this information for free. You just have to watch my videos, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment what other type of videos I should be making for y'all. And y'all can just sit back, relax, and take the info that I'm giving you right now. Because this is truly what has gotten me to this point. Over 100 subscribers right now. We are on the road to 200. So make sure to subscribe. Please subscribe so we can go on this journey, grow together as a community. But other than that, let me get straight into the video. You got here because you wanted to start a business, even though you don't have money or a budget. And the first and easiest thing to do is to start with what you like doing. Many businesses take the opposite initiative and these people actually decide to do the opposite of what they like doing. And in other cases, most people who are trying to become entrepreneurs and business owners look at so many different things like drop shipping, content creation, course selling, and they'll look at all of these different things and they'll look at YouTube like, oh, well, I can get rich and famous and live a pretty decent life. And they'll look at drop shipping and they'll be like, oh, I can get rich and buy a lot of stuff and have a pretty decent life. And they'll look at selling courses and they'll be like, oh, I'll get really rich and stuff and have a decent life. Most of these people forget to look at the cons of businesses. Every business has a con. And if that business has a con that you don't like, then that business is probably not for you. And there's probably another one with cons that you could sit with. If you look into content creation and say, well, even after all those pros, even after all those benefits, I'd still be pretty worked up with a lot of different people hating me. How would I feel about that? Well, I can deal with hate and I can remove it from my mind. I guess I could sit well with that. Maybe content creation is the right business for you. You see what I mean? Starting with what you like and what you don't dislike are the things that are going to help you grow a business even without some money. You need to start and know what you actually like doing, what you enjoy. So the second step of doing what you like is to write down what you like and what you don't like. So if you have certain hobbies, certain things that you do on your off time, you can write those things down in a notebook. And if you don't, go find something to do. You can walk outside, do whatever. But most importantly, once you've found something that you really like doing, write it down or write multiple things down. And you can look into all those things, but you might say, hold on. None of these things could even be remotely close to business. But that's only because you have been looking at it in a different mindset. You have to look at everything you see in this business world with a business mindset. So for example, I could play the piano as a hobby. Obviously, it's a job, but I could look at it in a different way. I could sell pianos. I could sell piano courses. I could make videos online to sell piano courses. I could sell pianos selling courses through content creation to show my skills on the piano or just teach songs. There are so many more things you could do with your business. You just haven't looked at it yet. So write those things down. Take notes. Take what you need to take and really think about it. And once you've read something that you really feel like you like, sit down and for 1 minute just ask yourself, would I really enjoy doing this for the rest of my life or even for just 5 years? After you're done with that, you're going to move on to step 3. Spending more time getting better at the thing that you love to do. If you spend more time on things that you don't like to do, you're still not going to get better. If you don't like doing something and you try to get better at it, you're going to be worse than getting better at something you are good at. And so the reality is, a lot of business people and a lot of business owners in this franchise and in this circle decide to work on something that they don't like to do. And even worse, they put all of their effort into working in these things, and they end up doing worse in their business. And it seems illogical to do this, but they decide to do it anyways. And I actually did this for a second. I thought at a certain business model, a money model, for me was the right thing. I didn't like it, but I did it anyways. And the outcome was that I did worse than when I actually did what I liked doing. And the worst part is, I spent like a year doing that business, and it didn't even do that well. But after years of looking at this, 3 to 4 years, I can tell you that my businesses have done so much more well when I actually spend time getting better at what I like. So make sure to write the things that you like down. Write those things down. Start with what you like. Finish with what you like. And fourth, your idea does not have to be original. A lot of people get this mixed up. And a lot of people say, well, there are so many different niches and there are so many different ideas out there. I have to make one of my own, right? That's not always the case. See, for me, in my example and in my case, I love talking about business. I love talking money-wise. I love talking money models. I love talking about franchises and entrepreneurs. And whenever a new business comes up, I'm always antsy to learn about how they got this business so much better and how they got this business to grow and how beginner people, I can help them and I can do this so I can grow with them and grow my business. And talking about business is just my passion, and I give my passion out to you. So find what you love, and not only that, it does not have to be original. It does not have to be something that no one else has thought of before, because this certainly isn't. There are thousands upon millions of videos about business on YouTube alone. And there are so many other social media that could have those too. But for the most part, you have to understand, your niche does not have to be original. Only you have to be. When you copy someone in your niche, it's just like you're a copy and paste knockoff of that person. If you copy someone, but you're in a different niche, that's smart. If you're in the same niche, but you don't copy someone, that's smart. Use your skills correctly, and you will grow like an absolute rocket shooting through the sky. Number 5, think of what the first thing you could do to make your business idea come to life. I'm going to say that again. For the people who didn't hear me, for the people in the back, think about what you could first do to make your business really come to life. For me, that was just posting. Actually, no. To correct myself, that was actually journaling. And then after that, I decided to post 2 videos. I put those up, and each one of them got over like 10 views, and I was pretty excited. None of those people were people I knew, and I was like, okay, that's actually pretty decent. And then I looked at it. I looked at what I really loved, because I had already chosen my path, and I knew this was what I loved. Because when I made those videos, I absolutely adored the process of making the videos. I adored what I had to do, the writing. The journey was more fun than the goal. When you think about the journey, the goal is even greater. So think about what makes your business really connect to you. Think about what makes it spark. Think about what makes you the face of that certain business, you the face of that certain idea, and use that to your own advantage. Number 6, your idea can in fact evolve over time. Like I said, my idea was first journaling and posting regular videos. Now, these videos did pretty good for where my channel was at the time. And I have about 2 videos with well over 1,000 views. And I can say that when your idea evolves, and evolve is like for it to transform, it transforms for the better. And when your idea evolves, that's okay. Because when your idea evolves and you can go into, let's say you went from video ideas to podcasting or streaming, from there, your idea can evolve even more, and you can have better quality in what you give out to the people. Or if anything, if you've made a website and that's your business, that's what you chose, when you're spreading out your information to people on your socials, you can improve your editing, you can improve your lighting, you can improve your videos, or if it's just a picture, you send it to as many people as you can. As many people as you know would love to see your content, love to see your stuff, what you're selling, what you're trying to give out to people. That is the most important thing. The next one is that whatever that first step is, do not make it hard for yourself. This is the most common mistake, 100%, that people make beginning a business. They will make the first step for their business the hardest thing they could ever do at that time. And that is the worst thing to do. Because obviously it's the hardest thing you've ever done, and you've just gotten into this business. You've just gotten into this niche. I'm pretty sure you want to make it pretty easy for yourself. Laying all of the weight on your back is really dying down to whether you want to succeed or you just want to feel like you're working hard. And that isn't the best thing to do. I'd pick succeeding over feeling like I'm working hard any day. Which then comes in getting a partner, whether it be a 50-50 or a 70-30 or any metric. Doesn't really matter. If you want to have a partner, you can have a partner. So you can balance your editing, you can balance your inside of the actual production of the video. You can balance really anything with an extra person. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can do everything on your own. You can do it by yourself, and you can show people your authenticity through doing it by yourself. But if that is not the case, make sure to get a partner later on. Because if you get a partner in the beginning, remember, you don't have money right now. So later on, once you've made that profit, you can then get a business, but that's for a later video. You can then get a business partner that will actually work with you and actually help you, and you can make her or him a friend that you'll probably be friends with for life. The next thing is to consider where the revenue is going to come from. Now, this is a pretty important step in making business. Whether you have money or not, the revenue is eventually what grows your business. You have to have a break even. If you're spending money, then you have to have a break even where you make more money than you spend. But right now, you're not spending any money. You don't really have any profit. So right now, you just need to make at least $1. And so, don't just think about starting a business. Don't just think about uploading a video. Actually do it. Because when you tell yourself you're going to think about it, you're going to be at a standstill for months. For months. When I started, I didn't think about it. I actually just went ahead and made the video. I was watching a video, and this guy, he was talking about making a business. He was talking about, oh, you know, post 2 videos so then people or the YouTube algorithm can really see. And I was like, okay, cool. I just posted 2 random videos. You can go check those out. They were my first 2 videos. Same font, same shirt. And it actually did pretty well for where I was at. And so if you actually take the time to use your knowledge and what you have to make your videos or to make your content, to make your products, people will take that as authenticity and they will buy from you. Last but most certainly not least is to make sure that your purpose is strong. This is the most important thing I will talk about in the video. Your purpose of your business matters the most because your purpose is what drives you to do this business. This also ties in to doing a business that you don't really like, but you do it anyways, and you just decide to do this as a hassle-free business. You don't even like doing it, but at least it makes me money, right? Absolutely not. This would be more torturing than the 9-to-5 escape that you wanted to leave, the quote-unquote rat race that you wanted to leave. Instead, you just put yourself in the same amount of trouble, but it just looks like you're working hard. This is what matters the most. Purpose is what makes you a good or bad business owner. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. Also, make sure to leave a comment and tell me what other type of videos I should be making. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.